Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 100. 100. We have managed to get 3 digits on the Hermitcraft server, which for me personally seems absolutely ridiculous. I personally can't quite believe how fast the time has travelled here, because it seems like just yesterday we were first joining the server. We were in the mesa biome. I was trying to work out where I was going to be living. Then I came up with the RV idea, so we started constructing that. Then I came up with an idea for a base, so we started building the drone. All of this just seems like it happened yesterday. I can't believe how fast this has gone. We are now on 100 episodes of the Hermitcraft server, and it's flown past. It's absolutely flown by. And one thing that I just want to ask you guys, so head down to the comment section right now. I want to ask you guys, what is your favourite moment of Hermitcraft Series 4? So everyone that is watching this video, all of you, okay? However many views this video's got, I expect to see that many comments. I want you to go down to the comment section right now, and I want you to tell me what your favourite moment from this series is. Whether it's me building that guy who's directly behind me, or the spoon counter, or parts of the industrial district, maybe the villager trading hall, or the melon farms, or that sort of thing, or maybe it's the drone, or the bat cave. I mean, we've done loads and loads of projects this season, so I really want to know what your favourite bits are. The best news is that if there's lots of certain types of comment, for example, if lots of people really like seeing the bat cave, then I'll probably end up doing more episodes on the Batcave. So I'll be reading through these. I want to know all of your opinions, and I can't wait to just have a look and see what all of you have enjoyed. But most importantly, I just want to say thank you ever so much for all of the support that we've received on Hermitcraft Season 4. It's been incredible. This has been my best season of Hermitcraft by far. I've loved it, and I hope you guys have loved it as well. But anyway, as far as the plans are concerned for this episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting work on the Redstone Consultancy. Now, this is something that I've sort of put off for a little while. I wasn't originally going to do one for Hermitcraft Season 4, but I've been seeing all the comments, and I've been reading all the responses, and a lot of the hermits have been asking for it as well. And I feel like this would be a really fun thing to do, and it's going to be a really fun thing to work on in today's episode, because I've got quite a cool plan as to what we're going to be doing. It's going to be very different from all of the other Redstone Consultancies. So the first thing that we've got to do is we have got to find a spot for this thing. Now, there is a slight issue. Because all of the Redstone Consultancy is going to be going on under the ground, we're going to have to find a spot that not only is open so that we can build the top building, but it's also got a lot of space underneath it. Which could be a challenge, because as you can see, this place is pretty densely populated. And believe it or not, guys, I think I found the perfect spot for it straight away. Look, that's where my player is standing. That's where we're going to build the top half. Then if we go below, nothing going on in this direction, nothing going on off over there. So we can build it travelling off over there or over here. That is absolutely perfect. Right, well, I guess I should probably start digging. Now that's all been done incredibly quickly thanks to Haste 2. I mean, as you can see right here, we can absolutely destroy the environment. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a tiny bit of decorating. And I think I'm going to go for a sort of cavey style. So what I want to do is create a rough hole, a bit like what we have going on here. And it's going to be made fully out of stone. And then we're going to drop in some redstone ore and also some redstone blocks so that people can clearly see that this is redstone related. I hope that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. Right, so our cave entrance has been created, and I would say it looks pretty cool. I mean, we've got some nice shapes going on here. I'm never very good at making things look natural. You guys know this. I talk about this all the time. It was a massive struggle with the bat cave, but I feel like this is quite cool. The only issue is that I only have 11 redstone ore, so we're going to have to be really careful with where we place this. I think that looks pretty cool. Maybe this one here. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can do a good job here. And obviously the redstone blocks will also be dotted around. Have no idea how I'm going to place those though. So this right here is what we've ended up with. It looks pretty cool. We've got lots of redstone ore around. We've got some redstone blocks as well. I mean, it looks okay. Okay, it looks okay. But the most important thing is we have now got an entrance that is going to drop us down into this area right here. So now I've got to do a bunch of mining in this direction because this is where the tunnel is going to be doing. Now, while I do this, what I thought I'd do is quickly mention to you my actual plans for what I'm going to be building for the Redstone Consultancy, because I personally am very, very excited for this. Essentially, I'm going to be building a bunch of piston doors. Now, I know that sounds boring. Okay, before you leave the video, I'm well aware of the fact that that sounds boring, but this is essentially going to be like 5 doors in 20 seconds, as opposed to being 20 doors in 100 seconds. So we're going to have doors escalating in size all the way up to the Redstone Consultancy, and then you go through the final door and you're actually in the consultancy room. I think that's going to look awesome, and it's just going to be a fun way to get into the place. So I've got a lot of mining to do, but also a lot of redstone to do as well. I've just built a 2x2 piston door, but I feel like the first set of doors should actually be like a normal set of doors. Yeah, I think that's a better start. So you have normal doors, and then you go through the 2x2 piston door, and then you go through into the bigger piston doors. Yep, okay, first things first, let's dismantle this thing. 2 of our doors are now fully in place. We've got the iron doors out the front, as you can see right there, and then we've got the 2x2 piston door behind it. Now, I've got a couple confessions to make here. Number one, really haven't thought of lighting in this situation, so I guess I'm going to have to work that out. Maybe some glowstone, or maybe some hidden lighting using the hoppers and the pressure plates. That could probably work nicely. But confession number 2 isn't really to do with Minecraft. It's absolutely freezing in England right now, and I don't have any batteries in my thermostat, which means that I can't turn my heating on, which means that I'm very cold. My hands, they're not working properly at this point in time. So if my movements seem a little bit jerky, then it's because there's probably frost on my desk. So the space between the doors has been fully mapped out, as you can see right here. The 4x4 area has been cleared, and also we have got space for our 4x4 vault door. Now, the door that we're going to be building is, of course, the 4x4 vault door. This is something that I have shown many times on my channel before. It's a brilliant, fantastic door that is super ridiculously fast, and I think it's probably one of the best looking 4x4 doors out there. So it shouldn't be too difficult to build. It just involves a bunch of slime blocks, a bunch of redstone, and also quite a few redstone torches, hoppers, droppers, and things like that. You know what? I don't actually think I've got enough resources for this thing. So that was me thinking that I'd be able to pick up some diamonds from my bookshop, but no, we don't have any diamonds whatsoever. So I'm going to have to go all the way back to my base to buy some wood so that I can actually craft this stuff. To complete the bottom half of this door, I think I only need to chuck in a few sticky pistons in like that on both sides. And then that should be all of the pistons done. Then if we place in the slime blocks, that's looking good. And all of these blocks right here, that should be the full front of our vault door done. So let's just take a look and see what happens when we power some of this redstone right here. Now I'm going to place a redstone torch underneath this redstone line. That should do the trick. That sounded promising, but I seem to be lagging out, so there's no way of me knowing. I managed to pull myself out of the lag zone, and by the look of things, it is working perfectly. You can see just how ridiculously fast this door is. I mean, I can't seem to catch a glimpse of it, but it seems to be opening and closing absolutely fine. So there is the closing, then we've got the opening once again. It's quick. It's extremely quick. So we have got the entire bottom half done. We have got all of these, and all of these. Now we just need to do the top layer of pistons, and that will be our 4x4 vault door all completed. Everything in terms of the pressure plates and all of that redstone should now all be hooked up. So I'm about to do the first test of all of the doors together. I'm just hoping that all of that redstone is correct. Here goes. This is what it's going to feel like. So you drop down there, and then you walk through the first set of doors, this set of doors, and then the 4x4. That seems to be working really well. And look how robust it is. I mean, I discussed this in the previous episode of Hermitcraft. You can literally stand on this thing and have it close instantly. It doesn't seem to matter too much. Can we actually make it through to the other side, though? No. I probably should have filled in the blocks in the middle of the door. That's I've almost created like a redstone trap there. All of our redstone has been cleaned up. This thing is now looking pretty good. You can see we stand on the pressure plate. We open and close the doors. What I will say is that I think we could probably do with a pulse extender right there, because as you can see, it's a little bit manic this way. If you're walking, it sort of works, but it feels just a tiny bit on the rushed side. As you can see, lots of things go on. But now, for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop back over to my base. I'm going to do a real quick 1 hour long AFK fishing session just to see how much stuff I can get. And in that, we managed to get a bunch of awesome books. As per usual, we have got Infinity, we've got Looting 2, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, Efficiency 4, that's pretty good. That's a decent book straight away. It's got a bunch of good stuff. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that one. There's a mending book. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to bring all of the best ones from this selection over into the bookstore, and then we're going to continue working on all of our piston doors. The next one that's going to be coming is a standard 4x4 piston door, which is actually a little bit more complicated than the 4x4 vault door, surprisingly enough. So this is the design that we're going to be using. Now this is a 4x4 piston door designed by Purple Dragon Nuke. He built this about a year ago. I'll put a link to it down in the description. Purple Dragon Nuke is a fantastic redstone YouTuber, and as you can see, this thing works like a charm. Now, it's got a bunch of interesting redstone mechanics. We've got locking repeaters. We've got all sorts of bits and pieces going on, and it should be perfect for this redstone build. I'm just hoping that it works properly on the Hermitcraft server. Can I just say that this is such a densely compacted redstone door that in the redstone testing world I'm playing in, I've actually had to go into spectator mode to be able to see everything that's going on, and building it it's a massive challenge. I can't see half of the things that I'm meant to be placing, and there's no way that I'm going to be able to access any of this redstone. It's hugely impressive. I could never design anything like this, to be honest. Now, as far as I can tell, all of the final blocks are making their way in now. I think I need to run a redstone line across like this and into that sticky piston right there, and that should be everything for one side of our piston door. So let's give this thing a go. Now, I have to say, I'm a little bit worried about this one because I have no idea if it's actually going to work. By the look of things, some of the pistons are a little bit out of order, so what I'm going to do is fix it all up, and then we'll see if it's functioning. Right, here goes. I'm about to find out if I've broken all of the redstone and done something completely wrong, or if I have done it perfectly first time. That doesn't look so good. Oh, boy. Okay, something is slightly wrong here. I have done something slightly incorrectly. Oh no! Oh dear! Oh, it's so broken. It is so very broken. Right, I've got some fixing to do. I think I've just destroyed all the redstone, so might actually have to just start again. I think I've solved all the problems. There was a half slab that was meant to be there that wasn't. Instead it was a solid block, which meant that we had some powering going on. And also one of the repeaters was incorrect. So let's see if this thing is working again. Here goes. We have got the closing. Good. And the opening. Fantastic! I've just thrown both hands up in the air. You guys can't see it, but you can promise me that I have. Alright, so one half of our 4x4 piston door is all done. Now we have got to build the second half. Alright, all of the redstone for this thing should be in place. After messing around in this cobblestone mess for a very long time indeed, I think I've finally got it up and running. So let's just fill in all of these final blocks here. Obviously, I'll change out that cobblestone in the next couple seconds. But first off, we need to do a test. So, flick the lever. Good. It works. We have got ourselves a fully functional, completely flat 4x4 piston door. Now, I think this is the first one of these kinds of doors that I've ever built in the Hermitcraft server. Ever. I always opt for the vault door just because it's easier, and generally speaking, I think they look cooler, but I have to say, this is quite impressive. And the redstone behind it is absolutely ridiculous. So now we have to hook it up into some pressure plates. We also have to do some decorating because I don't think I like all of this stone brick that we have going on. I think I'm actually going to swap it out for iron or maybe something slightly different. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Just a couple things. First off, I've changed out all of the blocks in all of the doors to iron blocks, which I feel looks 10 times better. Another thing is that we've broken through out the side of the mesa biome, but thankfully we're covered by the extension of the mesa biome, so I'm just going to keep going in this straight line. And the third thing that I want to say is that we have got one more piston door to build, and this one is the biggest. It is the baddest. The 6x6 vault door. I've already spotted it from right the way back here. This is it. This is the gigantic vault door. You can see there is lots of redstone going on. This was designed by me, I think about a year ago, but I'm slightly worried because I feel it might be 2 years ago, which would really horrify me. But this is the fully functional design, and as you can see, it is all working. The only thing I will say is that clearly I've broken some redstone up at the top here. I'm sure it can be easily fixed, but this thing is mega. Absolutely mega, and it is going to look fantastic at the end of our corridor. So I guess I've got a lot of redstone resources to gather, a lot of slime blocks to gather, but most importantly, quite a lot of learning to do as well, because this thing is pretty complicated. It was 2 years ago, I was right. November the 15th, 2014. I don't even know where the time is going. Where is it actually going? It's episode 100 of Hermitcraft Series 4, and it still feels like Series 3 to me. And this store is 2 years old, and I can remember building it block by block. Like, seriously. Oh, this is scary. Just thought I'd let you guys know that, as per usual, my pickaxe has completely run out of durability, so I'm back over at the ender ender, trying my best to repair it. The 6x6 progress, it's going okay, but it turns out we really don't have too much space to work with, so yeah, that could be a bit of an issue. Progress for my 6x6 vault door is going relatively well, I would say. We've got the entire outer ring done, and we've also got the bottom double piston extender. You can see all of that is opening really nice and quickly and closing really nice and quickly as well, so that is absolutely wonderful. But I have to say, I have been a tiny bit distracted because just recently, just in the past half an hour, I have released a brand new vlog on the Mumbo Vlogs channel, and I want you guys to go and watch it. So there'll be a link on the screen and also down in the description. Please check it out because I'm loving making these vlogs. This is by far my best ever video I think I've ever made on YouTube ever. I absolutely adore the thing, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it as well. And I just want to say, the second channel, or the vlogging channel, is going to become a really big part of my YouTube experience over the next couple months. Try my best to make that like a serious channel, one that I put lots and lots of time and effort into. So if you do want to subscribe, please do. Once again, a link to that will be on the screen and also down in the description as well. We appear to be having some slightly strange issues with the triple piston extender in the 6x6 piston door. I think I might have fixed it by doing some modifications to the redstone. So I've swapped out what was originally an immovable object here with a hopper, which is now an immovable object and also a transparent object, so that's good. And I've also replaced the block that was up at the top here with a half slab. So now that redstone on top of that hopper shouldn't be powering this block, which means that we shouldn't get any bud powering through this piston right here. But here's the thing. This is the most important part of the build. If this doesn't work, then the whole thing doesn't work. I don't know why it wouldn't work, but it doesn't appear to be working right now. So let's just throw in the slime blocks and see if this fixes anything. Right, that looks promising. And that looks promising. Excellent. So we have got a large quantity of the door done right there, because as you can see right here, with these slime blocks here, we can fill in all of these blocks and also all of these blocks as well, and we've got like a good quantity of the vault right there, and that just gets pulled right the way back in. Oh no, 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 no way. Absolutely not. I am getting out of there before this guy causes some serious damage. That was like a hole in one. That was spectacular. I seem to be being absolutely destroyed by mobs in this area right here, but I think things are coming together. Yes, we have got triple piston extension on both sides now. Finally, it has taken me such a long time to do that. I kept getting things wrong, kept almost being blown up by creepers, and skeletons just keep spawning in the circuitry and absolutely destroying me. And it looks like it's still not 100% functional. Brilliant! Honestly guys, my brain is hurting so much. I don't know if it's the cold in my room or the fact that I've been building piston doors for the past 6 or 7 hours, but none of the redstone is making any sense, and I keep making massive mistakes. But the double piston extenders are like half done now, I think. So here comes the moment of truth. Is this thing fully functional? I have done all of the redstone, I have done everything, and one thing that I just want to point out is that I am the luckiest man on the planet. I generally consider myself to be quite a lucky person, and I think this just about proves it. Look how close the redstone comes to this build here. It actually touches it. If we had been one block further back, wouldn't have been able to build this thing. That's completely insane. But anyway, let's pop down to the bottom, and we will flick the lever. That looks good, okay. Ooh, that doesn't look so good, does it? Oh, what on earth has happened here? What on earth has happened here? I mean, to be frankly honest, I couldn't tell you. Finally, we have got the 6x6 piston door all up and running. Look, you can see we've got the closing and also the opening as well. The only thing I will say is we've got some slightly strange piston behavior going on up at the top left there. Honestly, have no clue where that's come from, and I have tried my best to fix it. I've just spent a bunch of time trying to work it out, and nothing seems to be working. So if you could let me know down in the comment section what's causing that, that will be hugely helpful. But now all we have to do is recreate the cave environment once again between these two doors right here, and that will be everything done for today's episode. No! Oh no! No. 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 I've just lost half the piston door. I've literally just lost half the 4x4 piston door. It's all gone. Are you joking me? Are you actually joking me? Another creeper just dropped down and just blew it up. Oh, it just literally dropped down. I was stood over there in this spot right here. Yeah? The creeper dropped down there and just blew up. I think I'm actually going to call it a day for today's episode of Hermitcraft because I can't. I literally can't. What a rubbish end to episode 100. I really do hope the next one is better. I will see you next time.